Hey everybody, I'm Dr. BJ Hardick with Maximized Living. Today we are making easy guacamole. I've got it right out of our book. In the book it calls for one mashed avocado, some salsa, 2 to 3 teaspoons worth, sea salt, chili powder, onion powder, and garlic. Another way that you can do this is literally just to have 2 or 3 avocados, maybe 1 tomato, a quarter of an onion, and 1 clove of garlic, and then some of the added spices that we'll throw in just as we get going. This is actually cilantro, which is really gonna make this, because this stuff just has that real smoky, hot, just tasty kind of flavor. So it's kind of a cousin of parsley. So we're gonna use this. And as you can see, this is like fresh out of the ground. So this is the way we like it. That's not genetically modified, you can guarantee. So anyhow, we're gonna start on this, and we're gonna start with the avocados. So there's so many ways you can make guacamole. Obviously, the basis of it is the avocado. One thing I like about these is you see how avocados aren't one of those fruits that you have to get organic, according to the book and according to the EWG guide. But you know what? I like them when they are. They taste a little better, they taste a little fresher, and these are smaller. So whenever you see these massive foods and they're all the same size and shape, be careful because they're typically conventional and they're G mode. So again, these are nice and small, and we're gonna see how they look on the inside. So typically, with my avocado, I'm just gonna slice this one down here. I'm gonna come around, slice on the other side over here, and watch this. This is gonna turn open. This is perfect as well. That's the color that you're looking for. Oftentimes with avocados, you gotta get it right at that perfect day. So I always buy avocados 2 or 3 days before I'm ready. So without getting your fingers, you're gonna grab this little guy here, turn him out. He's done. The easy way I do this is I just mash it as much as I can through here, slice this through. Really, for the guacamole, I'm not gonna use a juicer or a blender or anything. We're just gonna scoop this out, so the more chopped up it is on its way into the bowl, the less you'll have to do when it's actually in there. So I'm just gonna squeeze this out, and there's half of one. So we're gonna throw in a couple more. Avocados are primarily a monounsaturated fat, so it's the same type of fat as olive oil, which is what everybody knows is a good healthy fat to eat. So of course, when you're getting in a good high fat, high healthy fat diet, it's gonna keep you really full. And the other thing that's surprising is avocados actually have a ton of fiber. People think that fiber has to be a grain or something rough that goes through your whole body, but in fact, these actually have fiber, so they're great for you, and we're just gonna have it raw. Look at that, that is awesome. So what I used to do, I used to literally just now take some salsa and literally mix this maybe with about 2/3 avocado, 1/3 spicy salsa, whip that up, and that alone can be a good guacamole. But let's actually just go according to the recipe. We're gonna take a tomato. One of the reasons why these actually, they look a little more beat up. And again, this is an organic tomato, so the reality is these conventional tomatoes that all look the same, they're highly hybridized, they're highly genetically modified, they're sprayed with pesticides, they shouldn't look perfect. I'm gonna wash this over here. Might plump it up a little bit just by getting a little water hydration into it. But again, we're really not looking for fruits and vegetables that look perfect. If you look at a classic garden, really my ideal tomato is an heirloom tomato. If you look at those, they're all different. They all have the different striations, but we're just gonna use this for the sake of today. So let's chop this up here too. We're probably gonna end up with a little bit more of a crunchier salsa today. So the thing is, even that skin might look a little weak because it's an organic tomato. When you look inside, look at that. That's still juicy. It's still crunchy. This is really firm to cut into. This isn't just, this isn't like a sprayed tomato that's gone bad and then there's nothing left on the inside. We got some great fresh tomato. We're gonna use one of those. And for an onion, we really don't need a lot of onion because it's gonna have some bite already. So I figure we're probably gonna use about a quarter of an onion. So let me saw through here, get about a quarter of an onion, and then this should be good. So, and lastly, we're gonna put in 1 clove of fresh garlic. If you don't have fresh garlic, you can just use garlic powder. Again, if you're gonna use a powder or a seasoning, try and get it organic so it's not irradiated and, again, genetically modified. This is good, fresh, organic garlic. This is gonna be the real deal. Great for your heart, great for overall health. And if you can cut this up small enough, you're gonna get little bits and pieces. I like this, which is a garlic press. So we're literally just gonna drop it in here, push this through, and I got a bunch of nice little pieces of garlic here coming out of my garlic press. Keeps your fingers a little out of it too. I'm gonna use one more piece of garlic because I don't think I have enough. So we're gonna get all of our tomatoes in here. There we go. This is looking good. We're gonna get our onions. Again, not too many onions. Here we go. And now, let's pull out some of this cilantro. I still like some large pieces, so when you look in there, you can see that it's a real garden, fresh made guacamole. And this is gonna give it that flavor. This is good. Look how easy that is. So we're just gonna take all this, toss this in as well. So that's gonna be the base of it. You know, something you can never go wrong with is just add some spices. So I always keep sea salt over here. And again, I like the sea salt just so I can get a little bit in here. And you like the sea salt. You like it where you can see those little brown speckles because then you know the nutrients are intact. You can definitely never go wrong with a little bit of black pepper. Beautiful, awesome. And again, other things that you consider putting there, you could put in chili powder. I think we've got some pepper flakes over here. Can never go wrong with a few of these. But already we've got enough spices in there. We're gonna add some parsley at the end too. So we're doing good. So we just gotta mash this up. This is ideally if you have a food processor or if you have a juicer or you have a stand mixer or something. You can use those things too and get a smoother product. But for me, I like it when it looks a little more fresh, a little more rustic, a little chunkier. This is smelling good already. One other flavor that I love using, and I haven't even really gone to town on this. Like I said, a lot of people like using the potato smasher or something else to really, really mash this up, but I think this is doing good. This is doing good. So if you're looking for something quick, you're having people come over, you want to have something healthy, probably the hardest thing is people say, I'm having a party, what do I have at my house? See, this is good. You can't beat that. So people are having a party at their house and they want to have healthy stuff over. So the first thing is the dip. We don't want to just get that dip at the store that you mix with like the sour cream and then leave it out on the counter with chips. You want to have something healthy that you just made fresh. So that didn't take too long. Freshly squeezed, pure lime, 100% organic lime juice. And literally, it's not going to take much. I might just use a capful. That's going to go in here. And that's going to add a nice flavor as well. So whenever we want some of these, almost these southwestern chili lime flavors, cilantro, all of this just goes so good together. So I think we're ready. It's almost like the company's almost here. We're literally just going to take this out, prepare it so it's actually sitting nice in the bowl here. And again, the thing that's great within Maximized Living is, you can teach people this stuff. So oftentimes people used to have, the good stuff for themselves and they'd leave the garbage, somewhere in the basement just in case people came over and then they needed to serve, their cousin or their grandma some horrible food. But I think this is a great way to introduce people to the lifestyle that you're living. We're just going to top this off just so it's sitting there nice with a little bit of parsley. Again, parsley and cilantro are in that same family. And then the big question is always, what do I use to eat it? And we're going to use organic celery sticks. So again, I like organic celery sticks, organic peppers. Those are ones that you definitely want to get organic and not conventional. Zucchini sticks, all kinds of things. So let's taste this now. It's good. I just want to show you a variation. We can throw a little bit of salsa in there. Mix it up. It's still going to be guacamole. It's still going to be largely green. However, it might just give a little bit more of that combo flavor, especially for people if they don't eat a lot of avocados and they're a little bit more used to things like salsas, because these salsas, again, they'll have a lot of those other flavors as well. Just changes it up. So you've got a couple different variations. You've still got an amazing guacamole. You're ready for the party, and you're not going to kill your guests in the process. Let's try it here. It's perfect.